Modded. Right guys, episode 13, as usual, email to showmethemoddedthing@gmail.com, and we'll jump straight in with Karl W. He's got a lovely little Mark 2.1 here, and he says the only mod he's done is a low powered spring to bring it into the FPS range for a legal speed post-apocalypse it'll be used in. Very nice sharp little paint job there, like the metallic greys. And the second one he has here is a Monkey Mods Captain Moth Firefly. It's got no internal mods except, again, a low power spring for the same LARP game. But this is his version of the resist painting that I do with clay, but he has used mustard instead. And basically the blaster is undercoated and then some silver rubber and buffs put on where you want the metal to show, and then sealed. And then he puts mustard where he wants the wear to show and then sprays the top coat. And once it's tacky, he wipes the mustard off. You probably have to be very careful, but it's just another version of the resist painting, so you could use anything. The only reason I use clay is because latex rubber costs a fortune, and I've got buckets and buckets of clay at home. So there's another idea. If you can't get a hold of clay, you could use mustard. I suppose you could use any thick paste that's not, toxic, like toothpaste, I suppose. Lots of different ideas, but yeah, this is what this channel is all about, just sharing information. That's a very good idea. All right, moving on. Right, this next piece of gorgeousness is from the NerfHerder. It's ECS 10 done up to look like something from Halo. It's absolutely gorgeous. The wear and tear on the edges is wonderful. The weathering is really nice and light. It really pops out at you from the image. It has a Star Wars stock and sight and a 25 round drum magazine. I haven't been told if he's done any internal mods, or I haven't even been told if it's a he. It might be a young lady, I don't know. I'd like to see some more blasters from the young ladies. Yes, but this is so well done, I was almost going to call it a blaster from Aliens, because it just reminded me of the M41 as soon as I saw it. But he does some really nice work. It's a short, compact assault weapon, for a storming team or something. It looks so good. So I'm going to have to dig out one of my ECSs and start copying this, because I'm really, really jealous. So, with that piece of beautifulness in our heads, we'll move on to the next. Right, time for some absolute freaking awesomeness again. Another one from YanR. This thing is amazing. This orange and cream colour scheme he's got down is brilliant. It is only surpassed by the backstory on this thing. It's hilarious, so let's go. The YanR AAR military version is a serious menace with its recoilless gun and APFSDS ammunition and aim assist and all its other features. Too bad the civilian version is played with a microtransaction linked recoilless gun. Pay for each use of the recoilless feature with a premium map currency. Worse, the aim assist is a premium member only that you must pay for by the minute. The ads, you can get rid of them with a premium membership. Well, at least you can't get hacked with this bad boy. He says the firmware is filled with black ice. No wonder nobody hacked this. It's the best bang for your buck, as long as you can afford it. So basically what he's saying is this thing has been commercialised, and if you get in a firefight with it, you survive, you're likely to be broke at the end of it. That's brilliant. Now, the build details. It's a rework of an older build, a Nerf Strife with an Argus Modwork Swordfish body kit. Fang RV with white worker wheels on a stock cage. The whole idea of this premium microtransaction came from some news about BMW. You know what car makers are like. Many thanks to the anonymous Chinese translator on this. This thing is just genius. I love it. The whole idea of commercialising a weapon. I'm actually working on one right now for this box of clips. I was really seriously considering painting it in Coca-Cola colours, but I don't want to get sued to smithereens. But this is just genius. And there's little movies he's set. He's got a working digital display in it. It's brilliant. Oh, kill me now. What is the point of, modding blasters when there's a guy like this on the planet. Oh, I'm envious. Really, really envious. Amazing work, Yan. Amazing. Looking forward to the next one. In fact, I'm a little scared of what the next one's going to be. Right, guys, next up we got another one from one of my regular contributors, regular Clockwork. He seems to send one in every month. Jeremy Z. This one, he says, is another spectrum integration. It has been integrated with a Nerf crossbolt, a Nerf Super Soaker shell that he can't remember the name of, which is hardly surprising, there's so many of them, and as well as parts from the long shot. The internals are Neo Rhinos and Cyclone fly whales in a stock cage running 3S. He's also whacked a flashlight in the front end, just for a bit of fun. And very nicely done it is too. He's quite the prolific builder, Jeremy. I'm amazed at how many he does. I think I remember seeing this one on a Facebook post in the half-built stage. So I said at that point to him, looking forward to seeing it when it's done. And as you can see from half-built shell, it's, you know, the usual thing. They can look good, they can look bad when they're not uniform colour. You know, it's all over the place and there's putty everywhere. But once you put a coat of paint on it, it just comes to life and it's brilliantly done. He has a very keen eye for detail and shape. Very impressed, Jeremy, very impressed. Looking forward to even more of them. I like the way he's used the crossbolt magazine void as his new battery box for it, which that's what I'm assuming he's done because he's got this photo with the wires sticking out. Very practical use of a large open area. Probably need it for the size of the battery he's put in there. Really, really well done. Creative, straightforward, excellent work. Okay, guys, next up we've got one from William L, and this is his Tactical Universal Repeating Decimator. And I'll let you guys work out the acronym for yourself. It is obviously a store-bought toy gun, M16 look, and he said after some major shell mods and internal reinforcements, he got it pretty solid for what cheap plastic it's made out of. And yeah, so I don't think it can be a Nerf because Nerf's are pretty solid plastic-wise. He says it's running on 3S Krakens with Bulldog wheels. Worker half-dart mag adapter, homemade extended pusher and modded worker barrel. Spotlight and red laser sight. He says he doesn't use it for wars, just for plinking. Maybe he shoots Nerf rats or something. Yeah, but it's very nicely done. The counter shading I particularly like. It really makes the body pop. Love all the little tactical accessories all over it. He's got the handle and the light and everything. Yeah, very nicely done. And I love the nice fat stock, obviously where the battery must be, I'm assuming. But yeah, he does some really nice work. And I've got a few more from William coming up in future movies. So keep an eye out for them. Okay, here we go to the next one. Okay, guys, next up we've got Nerf Saturn by Blackwolf. Now, what he's done here is he's put a K25 spring in, so it averages about 140 FPS. Used Rust-Oleum spray paint, apple barrel and folk arc acrylic paint, and a homemade post-Olympic style duct tape stock extension. And it's just gorgeous. The use of colour especially I like. The red is just enough. I probably would have painted the entire top guard. That thing has got XX1000 on it, and it'd be too much. But he's showed remarkable restraint. I've always liked the stock of the Saturn. It looks so weird. And I'm coming around to pump actions. This looks really, really nice. He's done some pretty good chipping on it, especially around the red areas, of course, where the paint's chipped off and wear and tear. And he's taken his time and he's done a really good job. I'm curious to know what he'd used for resist. Maybe it was even the acrylic paint, because I suppose you could do that as well. If you used a cheap enough acrylic paint, it'd just rub off. But this work is great. It really, really looks the part. Very nice, very safe to go out and play with because, you know, lots of colour. Yeah, very nicely done, Mr. Blackwolf. Very nicely done. Looking forward to some more. Okay, and this is a prime example of how to take a really good photo. He's put it on his car, so it's up at eye level, which is great. And just taking it in full sunlight. You can see everything. The detail's all there. You're not missing anything. And it's a nice, clear, sharp photo. That's the way to do it. Well done, Mr. Blackwolf. Well done. Now, It's a pretty short movie today because I didn't get very many entries. And what I'm going to do for this movie and future movies is if anybody sends me photos without any build details, I'm just going to feature them in the slideshow at the end. So you might see the same names repeated, but they get seen. And that's the whole point. Okay, on to the slideshow.
Shut up and sit down.